It took me 10 months having a school community to figure out who to sell to, what to sell them. It feels pretty embarrassing when you say it like that, but I'm going to get into this video, my mindset that shifted. But before we do, we have to talk about how these videos are working because I'm building my business in public daily with these videos. They help me with accountability. They help me sort of think out loud and just sort of just I don't really have a good outlet for all this stuff, so this is it, right? So first, I like to do some sort of top of mind thought or challenges that I'm having. So I'm on a path to $10,000 a month. This is day 19, and probably the reason why you clicked on this video to figure out like maybe you're struggling with the same thing too. It took me 10 months to really understand my audience. Again, embarrassing when I think back about it. I just had this light bulb moment recently. So what I did in the business today, and then the important things tracker. This is all the metrics that I am currently doing inside my business, things that I care about the most. And then when things don't, move forward as quickly as I'd like to, I just keep thinking and getting frustrated, but like trying to move it forward. So if I see them every day, I'm going to get pissed off and something's going to happen, right? I'm going to take a different action. So let's talk about what's been going on here. So why did it take me 9 months to really understand my audience? Well, so I had a school community. I have a school community. And I started in November 2024. And the thing that I was basically the TLDR here is like I thought every new member was a customer. And looking back, that's pretty silly because I have a personal finance business, and that doesn't really matter for the context of this video because I'm not going to be talking about personal finance businesses in general. It's just like kind of top level business. So every person that came in, I was like, ooh, wow, okay. And I was helping people for free at this time. So I was helping people for free for a long time, actually. So I was helping people for free. Let me add to the timeline here because I was helping people for free in August 2024. I was on all this. I was on like IG and TikTok. I was on all the platforms, but these are the two that I would like make a lot of content and sort of reach out to all the people that engage with my content and basically see if anyone wanted to you know get like free coaching help or whatever in exchange for a testimonial. So I was doing this and I helped people for a couple months. I got a couple testimonials or whatever. And then I started the school community and I was like, man, every time someone comes into this thing, I have to try to like at the time it was free coaching, right? So I was trying to sell everyone on free coaching. And what's interesting is like people didn't value this at all. And I just didn't understand why. I was like, this is free. I'm helping them for free. So most people, they would just like ghost me or not do the quote homework, right? And it's like, I don't understand. Like, I'm helping these people for free. So recently, if we fast forward to September 2025, which is where I am recording this video now, I recently just sort of launched this like, hey, I have a paid product now, right? And someone paid me earlier because I had a coaching thing that someone bought or whatever. But this is like I'm trying to build monthly recurring revenue. Again, on my goal to $10,000 a month, right? So I have this monthly recurring thing. So I did this launch. I'm gonna do launch in quotes, if I knew how to spell it. For MRR, like product service, right? Whatever. And it was a ghost town. Super embarrassing. I put all this time into it. I made the post thing and I whatever. I put a lot of time into it. Not that that matters. That just means that I'm not good enough yet, which is fine. So I did the launch and like two people like liked it. No one responded or anything. So I was like, oh damn, like I just don't understand what's happening here. So what I did, and this was really tough for me to do, but I literally messaged 20 people in the community that are either high engagers, or they also like they're in the community to like get better with their personal finances, but also they might have their own school community, so they have a lot of like business context as well. So it was like legit, I'll call them customers, and then also like biz owners, we'll just say that. So 20 people that I respect a lot, their opinion a lot, like, hey, maybe 10 of these, 15 of these were like people that I actually think could buy from me in the future. And maybe, 5 or 10, whatever the difference, whatever the breakout was, 5 or 10 of them um, are like school owners themselves. So it's like maybe they have some context. And I got a lot of great feedback, like a lot of great feedback. Some of the stuff I got was uh, the paid thing is like overwhelming. So this was from 2 people that I think would be like legit customers. They're like, there's way too much going on here. I was like, okay, noted. That's great. A lot of people said that my copy sucked on my post. Great. They said it nicer than that, but that's how I'm that's how I'm interpreting it. Um, there was one other one that oh yeah, someone said that. Well, I guess that's kind of copy sucked, but they said it sounded like a Chat GPT thing. It wasn't, but that's okay. I get it. Um, but then one person was like, dude, you're selling to broke people. And I was like, damn, I'm selling to broke people. And I think what's happening is over time, the language of this community was attracting a certain type of person. And not only did he say, was I selling to broke people, and I'm going to make this own line here because I think it's important to break out. Not only that, but he's like, you're selling, like you're selling 0 to 1 transformation. And I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And he's like, well, so he gave this whole context about how he had, his offer, and I don't want to share like specifically what it was because I don't have permission to like share specific stories, but he was selling to people that let's just say were very unmotivated to like do something to get off the couch, whatever. And he's like, it was so hard. I was selling to the wrong type of person because I had to like literally like carry them off the couch to like do this thing. It's like, okay. So I think what's happening here, I was thinking that everyone that joined, so right now I have 240 people. I'm like, wow, that's 240 customers. It's not even close, right? Where are we here? It's not even close. I think in reality, and I'll just do like a little sub bullet here, it's probably like what, 5, 10, maybe 20% is a potential customer. So I think what I realized is that the 0 to 1 transformation is tough, and fair enough. Like it's possible to do it because I've gotten great testimonials from people that have gone 0 to 1. But it would be so much easier, right? If I sell 1 to 2, right? So people are already here, like they've started doing stuff and they started doing whatever, right? Again, I don't want to get too specific into personal finances. It doesn't matter, but they've done some stuff and they just like, it's like they're not really getting the progress. And I also think the language of who I'm attracting, language is important, obviously. So what I've been testing out recently is like talking about like even when I'm just going through the community, like so the content that I make for my main YouTube channel, which I also do daily, it's basically just like, hey, here's what's happening inside the community. Here's a little nugget of information that I've been noticing from people that I'm talking to, whatever. And I just sort of make content around that. It's basically content about the community and the stuff that's happening inside of it. So I've changed my language to really be more specific on like, hey, so yeah, if you make like a good income and you just don't know where the money's going at the end of the month, like check out this free like challenge that I have to like when you join the community, find an extra, get this outcome in the first week of joining the community. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Instead of like, hey, like, wow, like I can help you just, because I'm helping people pay off debt and save more money and stuff like that at the highest level. And there's just some people that are just dead broke, to be quite honest with you. Like what I used to do back in these days was I'd be like, hey, join the community. You'll get a free strategy call with me. First of all, that didn't work for 2 reasons. One, if they like just met me, it's like, why the hell would anyone care about, like, it was more for me, not for them. Like this was not outcome based for them. It's like, hey, yeah, join. Yeah. So then I would get on the call with some people and I could just tell instantly, it's like, wow, this is just not someone I can like sell to. It's like they make like 30K a year, and like if they like you know, buy like two paper plates instead of like two packages of paper plates instead of one, like their finances are out of whack for the month. It's like, oh my god, like there's no like wiggle room here. No one's gonna buy, this person's not gonna buy for me, right? So I really had to shift this, but this was so hard for me. This is this gonna work if I highlight this? No, the whole thing's gonna turn. Okay, so this was really tough for me because I was like, I gotta talk to them, but man, that's gonna be so uncomfortable. So I sent them 20 messages, and then I just waited. But the interesting thing with this is the psychology of the post that I sent. Let me explain what I mean here. So I reached out to all these people, and mind you, I have some issues like getting people to like engage in the community when they join, blah blah blah. So again, these are some of the higher engagers anyway. Some of these people I've actually never talked to on the phone, but I just respected. It sounds like they're just smart, and I respected them or whatever. But the only thing I said was like, "Hey," I literally said, "Hey, can I get your opinion on something?" That's all I said. Out of the 20 people, how many of the 20 people do you think said, "Yeah, sure, go for it"? All of them. Every single person. Now, not everyone has given me feedback yet, which is fair enough, but everyone answered it. All 20 people answered it. It's because I think the reciprocity thing of like people want to give, and they want to feel important. So when I asked them this, they felt important that I would, trusting their opinion. But it's like, how can I use this same idea into like charging people? Like, how can I use the same psychology? How can I make someone feel important and they respond and it's like, this is for me. I feel important. So this is all the stuff that I'm thinking through. But now I realize that, okay, not everyone in the group is going to be a potential customer. So I have it's not a high, I have two price points, I will say. And I didn't even pitch the other one because it's a higher ticket, but I have $64 a month just to test stuff. I have no idea, right? And then I also have a $2,500 per year high ticket, which I haven't even like mentioned in the group. It's just like hanging out there in the classroom. So I just have, this just 25. It's just, I've never even mentioned this, but it's just sitting here. I have a high ticket thing, but I'm like, there's nobody in here that's going to pay for this right now. Now, I will say that I am working with someone on this sort of thing. It's like a custom dashboard for their finances, right? But she's an entrepreneur, and she just like had a really tough time commingling the personal finances, the business finances. It was very overwhelming for her. It was actually someone that I was working with like up here, and we did some stuff for a little while, and then she sort of quit, or she stopped responding. She ghosted me, whatever. And I was like, man, I like failed this lady. But then a few months ago, she emailed me and was like, hey, this is still a pain point for me. I can't get my head wrapped around it. Is this something that you would just do? Can you just do for me? And I was like, oh my God, like this sounds like a high ticket offer. Yes, of course, of course I can help you, right? And I just basically told her the price, which was like at the time for a year of doing it, it was like $1,750. I just sent her a thing and she immediately like paid for it and didn't even ask a question. I was like, oh my God, that was so much easier. That was easy. So I raised the price a little bit because I realized it's a little more effort than I was expecting, but whatever. Like, I think it's like, how do I attract different levels of people into the group? Because I do want just one community. I don't want all these communities, but like, like, I'm sure my content is going to bring in a lot of 0 to 1. Okay. And then a percentage of those will just they'll take themselves to 1. And then I pay, they'll charge to get to 2. But like, how do I get people that are at 1 or even 0, and it's like a done for you service, and they just make a lot more money? So I think I just need to change the language of my content and sort of play around with it. Because if I'm doing daily content on my YouTube, like I have all the shots in the world to like to play around with content. So I'm changing like, hey, if you make over $100,000, hey. So I might try like some entrepreneurs. I might like talk through I don't know, like the dashboard. It's tough because it's like someone else's personal information. So I'd have to like create like a mock dashboard or something to walk through it. But that would be interesting, like seeing how that does. And maybe that would bring in more people. I'm also engaging a lot on Skool. So in Skool, there's a community called Schoolers, and it's basically a community for people that own a community. So these are all entrepreneurs in progress, right? They're all entrepreneurs, and um, yeah, like this group has 174,000 people of my target audience, where it's like maybe the finances are the pain point for them. So I got to figure out a way to like, how do I get people in here and tell people like, I got to change the whole model. So I want to keep this. Sorry, I want to keep this where I have like a reoccurring thing, but I also want to like expand this out, the high ticket thing, of course, like because the fastest way to get to $10,000 is charging more money for my stuff, right? So what the math looks like on this is very obvious, right? So if I have $164 a month, I've done the math. It's like 100. I need 156 people paying me $64 a month. Whereas for this, I obviously just need 4 people, right? For this, and it's like, what are we even doing? So I think what I want to do is like, I don't know, engage more on Skool to get people in the community, and then try to have like try to get this more, try to work on this more without like pitching or selling in Schoolers, but just like sort of, yeah, explaining everything better. So I think that's kind of where I'm at here, and I've just been rambling for so long. So I'm gonna get to the important things tracker soon. But if you're still watching this, like, I'm not a business expert, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do or how to do it. But how do you think through how you sell people in your business? Did you have a similar transfer like thought process of selling 0 to 1 was like impossible or very hard? And then how do you sell from 1 to 2? Like what kind of like, do you have different types of audiences in your business where you have like, so in mine I have like, yeah, the super broke 0, and then like the moderate income 1s, right? And then like the person that wants to get more speed, the 2, and then maybe even the entrepreneurs or people with a lot more money that just don't want to deal with their finances. This because this is only like $200 a month, right? Because that's pretty valuable if I spin it as like, especially for entrepreneurs, that you would save, I don't know, like 4 hours a month or something, whatever it is, and it's $50 a week. Sorry, 50. Yeah, it's $50 a week. Sorry, $50 an hour. There we go. $50 an hour. Like that would be pretty interesting for people. It's like, how do you can unload 50, you could get your time back, get 4 hours a month back for $50 an hour. And again, that's not a lot to charge, but for me, I think this is fine for right now. I could see how well this would scale up, or if I get more people. But yeah, the first lady that I'm working with, it took a lot of time. Anyway, I'm rambling, but let me know down in the comments if you're still watching this somehow. How do you think through all this stuff? Just very curious. So let's do the important things tracker. I gotta drag some dates down here because we're flying through this here. How much money have I made in the business today? I made $0. YouTube. So I have my entrepreneurs in progress. So we are currently at 6 subscribers. People are actually starting to watch these videos. My main YouTube channel is 787. 6 subscribers, and I do have a community for entrepreneurs in progress. It's at 3 people, and just to be very clear, I charge $1, not because I want your money. I don't need your $12 a year, but I'm just in my free community. I get a lot of bots and people trying to sell me, so I was just trying to add some friction to it. Whatever. So yeah, that's 3. Oops, and I didn't check my other one. That 240, I think. Yeah, 240. So 240. That community's it's growing. It's growing. But again, I think it's like, I'm not getting a great crop of people always. So it is what it is. But I think it's just like, if I just think of everyone as not a customer, then I think it's going to be way easier. Anyway, guys, I'm doing these videos daily for accountability and stuff like that. So if you're an entrepreneur in progress and you appreciate that, let me know down in the comments what you're struggling with. And again, I don't know if I can help you, but I think it's just great to create a network of other entrepreneurs in progress. And I'll see you tomorrow.